Semiconductor manufacturer X-Fab expresses readiness for ongoing collaboration with Sarawak. Also, Sarawak overcomes 946 backlogged stateless issues. And in world news, 15 dead and all missing passengers found in Indonesian boat accident. These are the headlines for tonight. Good evening. You're now with me, Handy Gree, and this is TVS Nightline. At least 15 people were killed on Monday after a wooden boat sank off the coast of Indonesia's Sulawesi island. Fortunately, search and rescue officials said all missing passengers had been accounted for.
The boat sank with 48 people on board just after midnight on Sunday. Local office of Indonesia's search and rescue agency said in a statement 6 people were rescued and taken to hospital for treatment, adding that the cause of the sinking was being investigated. Muhammad Arafah, head of the local search and rescue agency in Kendari City in southeast Sulawesi, said the 27 other passengers had been accounted for and all the victims had been identified. The agency had earlier reported that 19 were missing and that search efforts were ongoing, but Arafah said the operation had now been declared finished and closed. The boat was crossing a bay between the villages of Lanto and Lagili in central Buton Regency on Muna Island. Local rescue office spokesperson Wahyudin, who like many Indonesians goes by one name, said the passengers had previously been recorded as missing because they had rescued themselves and once they got on land, they went home. He further clarified that the vessel was a wooden passenger boat and not a ferry as initially reported. However, he refused to confirm local media reports that the boat was overcrowded.
X-Fab expresses its readiness for ongoing collaboration with Sarawak. Its board of directors in Europe, Roland Duchâtelet, highlights the fruitful partnership that began in 2006, acknowledging how it has significantly contributed to the growth and development of X-Fab.
So in that sense, I think it's a very good example for any country how the people of the government can really contribute not just to the wealth of the country, but also to work for the employment in the country and also in a context of international activity, which is quite exceptional.
During a courtesy visit to Sarawak Premier, Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Jari Tunapeng at Wisma Bapa Malaysia, Roland highlighted how Sarawak's contribution have been instrumental in achieving excellence in X-Fab's company management. He praised Sarawak for consistently seizing opportunities to address challenges within X-Fab and revealed that X-Fab employees have gained valuable experience in Sarawak.
Over 946 backlogged citizenship applications in Sarawak were resolved by the Minister of Home Affairs. Its Minister, Dr. Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, said the applications had been pending since 2014, with the majority falling under Article 15A of the Federal Constitution, which pertains to children under the age of 21.
Nasution also extends his appreciation to the state government for having a systematic database that expedites the process, noting that the approved applicants rate is upwards of 80%.
Sebab kerajaan Sarawak ini, dia satu, saya sebut dengan Premier tadi, dia punya struktur yang teratur. Dia ada database yang relatifnya lengkap. Ya, dan memudahkan kita untuk meneruskan. Dan apabila hal ini diangkat, kita cuma ambil masa 7 bulan untuk menyelesaikan kesemua permohonan. Tak payah bertahun-tahun lagi.
He said this in his speech at the handing over of citizenship approval letters at a ceremony for 62 Sarawakians at Wisma Bapa Malaysia on Monday. Thus, he urged the newly minted citizen not to waste the opportunity to contribute back to the country.
Anugerah warga negara ni bermaksud kerajaan ada tanggungjawab ke atas mereka yang dapat warga negara dan mereka yang bergelar warga negara pun ada tanggungjawab terhadap negara.
Previously, in March, more than 40 children below the age of 21 received their citizenship. This state-federal initiative was initiated by the Sarawak government through the Ministry of Women, Children and Community Wellbeing Development KPWK Sarawak, together with the Home Affairs Ministry in January.
Home Minister Dato Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail announced the formation of a new special task force aimed at resolving issues concerning stateless individuals and undocumented people in Sarawak. During a courtesy visit to the Premier of Sarawak, Dato Patinggi Tan Sri Ahmad Johari Tun Openg on Monday, the matter was discussed and plans for the task force were put in place.
He pointed out that the Premier's office has identified 3,756 undocumented individuals without any official documents on their persons.
Lawatan kerja saya kali ini sekaligus mengesah dan memulakan peranan dan juga tanggungjawab pasukan petugas khas untuk menangani isu penduduk Sarawak tanpa pengenalan diri. Jadi dengan adanya jawatankuasa ini, sekaligus kick off dia bermula, kita berharap selain isu warga negara, kita juga boleh membantu untuk menyelesaikan hal berkenaan dengan penduduk tanpa pengenalan diri.
He said this during a press conference after the handing over of citizenships to 62 Sarawakians. The state government has identified over 9,314 statelessness cases, which will be addressed by the task force. Nasution will chair the main task force with the Premier, while the technical task force will be co-chaired by the Director General of National Registration and the Sarawak State Secretary.
Now, the film industry in Sarawak is still considered very young and requires robust backing from various stakeholders, especially the government. As part of the state government's proactive efforts to empower the industry, the Ministry of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts was established immediately after the most recent state election, highlighting the significance of the film industry in Sarawak's development. Its Minister, Dato Sri Abdul Kamraman Hamzah, emphasized the government's commitment to nurture its growth potential and advancements.
Melalui kementerian saya, melalui kerajaan, kita membantu sekolah seni di Sarawak. Kita ada sekolah seni, kita bersama-sama membuat collaboration bersama-sama dengan UNIMAS, UiTM dan universiti-universiti lain yang ada unit-unit seperti ini. Karena industri ini dia tidak dapat sekelip mata dah setahun, 2 tahun terus menjadi besar. Yang memakan masa yang amat panjang sekali untuk menghidupkan daripada permulaan dan sebab itulah saya amat tertarik sekali apabila RTM memilih Sarawak. Sedikit sebanyak ia akan menggerakkan juga industri ini dan berharap juga di masa-masa akan datang kita dapat berkolaborasi bersama dalam banyak lagi acara-acara.
He told a press conference after launching the drama series Enjoy Your Stay, produced by Radio Television Malaysia, RTM's drama unit. The drama, a first for RTM, was entirely filmed in Sarawak. Audiences can anticipate its airing by the end of this year. Furthermore, the state government is taking additional measures to empower the creative industry, including the establishment of Sarawak's Arts Centre, drawing inspiration from Peninsular Malaysia's Istana Budaya. During the same event, the director of TV program from the Department of Broadcasting Malaysia, Abdul Hadi Muhammad Yusof, highlighted Sarawak's remarkable engagement in the creative industry, surpassing other states in Malaysia. This is evident through the production of diverse shows within Sarawak, set to be broadcasted on various channels, including RTM.
Di Sarawak ini banyak benda yang boleh explore, banyak benda boleh buat. Masa di Pramusa pun saya cakap dengan YB, Sarawak have a tremendous punya beauty dan juga all the location. Kita kena explore. So saya bawakan the best director, the best team ke Sarawak untuk buat 13 episod. Julung-julung kalinya kita buat drama 13 episod di Sarawak.
The drama Enjoy Your Stay features local dialects of the Iban and Bidayo communities, in addition to Malay being the main language of the drama. Making it their first influencer-led cast, TikTok influencer Aisa Khalid, with over 3 million followers, stars as Bieber, with Haris Alif as Sean. The comedic storyline follows their hotel management journey after Tuan Rudy's mysterious disappearance. The drama also includes local actors Azam Pitt and actresses Nur Rustina, Ruby Uy, and cameos by Anding Indrawani and Dewi Liana Seriesta.
Sarawak is on track to achieve its target of attracting 3 million visitors by the end of this year. Optimistic with the goal, State Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato Sri Abdul Kamrama Hamzah said the tourism industry has been gaining momentum, with 1.96 million visitors recorded between January and June this year.
Meanwhile, based on his ministry's statistics, he said Sarawak had received 4.43 million visitors in 2018 and 4.66 million visitors in 2019.
So basically, we are already back on track. As it is, we have not complained as the Minister of Tourism. I have not complained about the number of tourists coming into Sarawak because they are up to our expectation.
Karim noted anticipated growth in domestic and international visitors to Sarawak is expected to continue rising due to the success of numerous national and international events held in Kuching and other parts of Sarawak. These events include the International Museum Day celebration from July 31st to August 6th, the ASEAN International Film Festival from August 2nd to 4th, and the upcoming Sarawak Regatta and Dragon Boat Racing competition in October.
Cultural tourism will definitely groom and lead to a positive economic and social impact. It helps to leverage many preservation on cultural and historical heritage and facilitating harmony and understanding among people as well as the society.
He said this when officiating the 2023 Borneo Cultural Festival BCF closing ceremony at Dataran Tuntuan Kubujang, Cebu on Sunday. BCF is an event listed in the Sarawak tourism calendar organised by Cebu Municipal Council, held annually in July since 2003.
Petronas Charigali Sendrian Berhad made a significant announcement about the successful discovery of 6 oil and gas ONG findings in 5 offshore blocks in Sarawak. Petronas Upstream Executive Vice President and CEO Dato Adif Zulkifli highlighted that this achievement showcases the untapped potential of Malaysia's basins, inviting companies to embrace new and innovative approaches in exploring these resources.
The discoveries include the Gedombak well in SK306 and the Mindanga well in Block SK411 in the Belinggian area, the Sinsing well in Block SK313, the Machincang and Pumpkin wells in Block SK301B, and the Kalong Emas well in Block SK315 in the Luconia Barat area. Petronas stated in a press statement issued that all 6 discoveries are from new and existing oil field clusters showing low pollutant levels. According to Petronas, these discoveries are the result of an extensive domestic exploration effort carried out towards the end of 2022, which also led the Nahara 1 discovery in Block SK306. Petronas hopes that this will serve as a catalyst to attract more companies to participate and invest in Malaysia's upstream sector, especially at the exploration level.
Sarawak's carbon trading initiative expands to include native customary rights and CR land, with a special focus on dense jungles. Deputy Premier of State Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Embas revealed the primary goal of the extension is to harness the carbon sequestration potential of these trees, effectively combating the adverse impacts of climate change and global warming. Under this new initiative, the owners of NCR land will actively participate in the efforts and will be duly compensated for their valuable contributions. The specifics of the payment system are currently under careful consideration and will be determined in the near future.
Ugah was accompanied by Betong MP Dr. Richard Rapu and a political secretary to the Sarawak Premier, Rosalind Mapong, announced the inclusion of NCR land in the carbon trading initiative during a meeting with landowners from Kubal Ili, Kubal Tengah and Kubal Ulu in Penom. Grants totaling 393,000 ringgit were presented to women bureaus representing 94 longhouses in Bukit Saban State constituency during the meeting. The purpose of the gathering was to inform the landowners about the upcoming land survey, which Ugah and Dr. Richard are leading, utilizing handheld GPS mapping instruments and laptops. Ugah emphasized the importance of all landowners present during the survey to ensure accurate boundaries and avoid delays. He encouraged longhouses to form committees for survey assistance and announce socioeconomic programs by the Betong Development Agency to support local. Meanwhile, Dr. Richard expressed gratitude to past leaders and urged community support for ongoing progress.
Coming up right after the break, a steadfast commitment, Salahuddin's legacy, and Oppenheimer sparks online outrage in India over Hindu scripture. Right here on TVS Nightline, stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. Iskandar Zulkarnain, the eldest son of the late Allahyarham Datuk Sri Salahuddin Ayub, expressed that it was his father's wish to pass away while working for the people. Iskandar, 37, said his father, the late Salahuddin, had given him and his 5 siblings a lot of great advice and understood his late father's dedication to the people.
Earlier today, Iskandar performed a funeral rites for Salahuddin. Iskandar, who represented the family, asked all parties to pray for his late father, the domestic trade and cost of living minister. Meanwhile, tributes are pouring in, with Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh expressing her loss on her Facebook page, remembering how Salahuddin defended her when her book was used against her in a political attack. She further revealed that their friendship grew stronger after the Sheraton move, and Yeoh praised Salahuddin's dedication to his work as a minister. Deputy Trade and Industry Minister Liu Chin-tong also mourned Salahuddin's sudden passing, describing him as an older brother and a comrade in arms with whom he fought many battles for 15 years. They worked together closely to make Johor a political stronghold for their side of politics. Salahuddin's leadership as Pakatan Harapan Johor chairman led to significant electoral victories. Liu admired Salahuddin's decency and unifying leadership style.
Deputy Minister of Finance Datuk Seri Ahmad Maslan stated that workers in the country should aim to have Employees Provident Fund EPF savings of at least 240,000 ringgit by the time they reach the age of 55. This estimated saving amount would enable individuals to retire gracefully and sustain their livelihoods after retirement, with at least 1,000 ringgit per month available for spending.
Ahmad said this during his visit to the Kelantan EPF headquarters on Monday, suggesting several ways for workers to increase their EPF savings, one of which is through voluntary contribution using the ICE Saraan scheme. Adding that as of June 2023, more than 500,000 contributors had opted to make contributions through the ICE Saraan scheme, and the government aims to encourage maximum participation in this initiative. The ICE Saraan scheme serves as a retirement incentives specifically targeted at members who are self-employed or not earning a regular income.
Now, the Department of Statistics Malaysia DOSM for June 2023 announced that the country's Consumer Price Index CPI reached its lowest level on record, standing at 2.4%. The inflation rate, which registered at 2.8% year-on-year in May, has been showing a moderating trend since January, when it was at 3.7%.
Malaysia's chief statistician, Datuk Seri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin, reported that the slower June inflation was driven by lower increase in categories like restaurants and hotels by 5.4%, food and non-alcoholic beverages by 4.7%, and furnishing and household equipment by 2.3%. Meanwhile, 6 states recorded inflation rates above the national level, with Malaysia's inflation being lower than South Korea, Indonesia, and the Philippines.
Now on to some global updates. A UNESCO-protected geopark in the Peloponnese region burned into the night on Sunday, July 23rd. Videos posted on social media showed large clouds of smoke billowing as flames spread across the landscape of the UNESCO Global Geopark as darkness fell. Greece often faces wildfires during its dry summer month. However, climate change has led to more extreme heat waves across southern Europe and many parts of the world. A scene featuring a holy Hindu scripture in the nuclear arms biopic Oppenheimer has drawn social media fire in India, with many users saying they would boycott the movie because of what one nationalist group called a scathing attack on Hinduism. The scene features the protagonist reciting a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, considered the holiest of Hindu scripture, just before sexual intercourse.
The film, which was released in India on Friday with much fanfare, was rated by the Central Board of Film Certification (UA), which recommends parental guidance for viewers aged under 12. In a press release, the Safe Culture Safe India Foundation said the matter should be investigated on an urgent basis and those involved should be severely punished. Comments by the organization's founder condemning the movie were also retweeted more than 3,600 times. Universal Pictures India, the local unit of the film's producers, did not respond to a request for comment. Officials from the Film Certification Board also did not respond to a request for comment. The movie, directed by Christopher Nolan, stars Cillian Murphy as U.S. physicist J. Robert Oppenheimer, who oversaw the creation of the atomic bomb during World War II. It grossed around 600 million rupees, or over 33 million ringgit since Friday, according to Indian distributor Warner Bros. Discovery.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And that's all the time for TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching.